All right, we are going back to Washington, D.C. live now, where officials there are about to begin a news conference updating us on the situation about the Naval Yard mass shooting today.
All right, good afternoon. I guess I should say good evening at this point. It's been a very long day, a very tragic day in the District of Columbia. We all are deeply saddened by the events of the day. We wanted to take this opportunity to brief you as much as we can. We really don't have a lot of new information as this investigation continues to unfold. We're still seeking the identity of the person who was identified as having been involved and been in a drab olive colored uniform, a man about 50, and you heard the description earlier of that person. Again, I want to extend on behalf of the entire city, those who are with us, our heartfelt condolences to the families of those who were killed in this horrific tragedy. We know that there are 13 fatalities at this stage, 12 of which occurred on the site, including the shooter, and then one of whom died at the hospital. Again, we don't have any known motive at this juncture. There are those who've asked us about whether terrorism was involved. We have no information that would suggest that that's the case at this point. And we will continue through the night, continue with this investigation, and obviously in the days and weeks ahead. I want to call upon, first of all, we'll do this in the same order as we did before. First of all, our Chief of the Metropolitan Police Department, Chief Kathy Lanier. Then we'll have our FBI representative, we'll have our Chief of the Park Police, and then our Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. Chief Lanier.
The only thing additional we can add right now is that we are still continuing to ask our community to remain out of the area and shelter in place. We still are working diligently to either verify or clear whether we have that last additional person of interest out, whether they're going to be involved or not. That process is not complete. So this is still an active investigation. We still have a lot of law enforcement activity in the area, so please bear with us and ask that people stay out of the area until we give the all clear. I will also add that our officer from MPD is recovering. He does have serious injuries, but we know he's going to be okay, and I wanted to thank all of our community members who have shown an outpouring of support for our MPD family. So we do have the officer now who is stable, out of surgery and stable, and he's going to be okay. So traffic closures remain the same as before. They probably will remain closures across M Street throughout the night. This is going to be a little bit longer term investigation. I think once we clear that last suspect, whether that is going to be a person we're looking for or not, we'll have some additional of the closures lifted. But for right now, everything remains closed that was closed earlier, and this is still very active, so we're asking the shelter in place do remain. The moment we have additional information, we will push it out to the community and make sure that the press is updated. Thank you.
An evolving situation here in Washington, D.C. as investigators update us on a mass shooting in Washington, D.C. at the Naval Yard. Again, 13 people are dead, including the gunman. There may be someone still on the run that they're looking for, but they're not sure. That will come out as the investigation continues, and we'll have more of this on WWLP.com.